Hello, everybody, and welcome to our next installment of Let's Create. And today we're going to create. This is a part 2 extension from last week where we got to meet Diego and Joseph, our DZF intern. My name is Dan Roeder. I'm the Chief Academic Officer for the David Z Foundation, where we transform lives through the magic of music. And I'm joined here by my co-host,
Donna Guerin. I'm founder of Global Lighthouse Studios, where we connect teachers and students around the world through the lens of music and the arts.
And our other co-host,
I'm Brian. I'm in the marketing space as well as a lifelong musician as well. I like to create and be creative. There we go.
Yeah, there it is. So we are kind of coming off a whole week of creativity last week, where on Friday we had our reunion with Cody and got to see some of his music that he's been working on since a workshop we did at the beginning of the month. And we are going to be doing some creativity with Diego as the center of our creative sphere of influence. And so got to see some of his music that he's been working on. Is that okay? All right. So Diego, what kind of style do you want to start creating in? And this is for everybody. We didn't really talk about this ahead of time on purpose because we want to demonstrate creativity in real time. This is called Let's Create. So we're just doing it.
Do you want me to just share screen? I don't know.
Yeah, well, okay. So first share a little bit about yourself. This is a part 2. Some people might not have seen part 1. So if you could just introduce yourself, give a little context.
Okay.
Talk about your style, and then just go ahead and share the screen, and I can manage it, on and off. Yep.
I've been making music for about 4 years or so now, kind of on and off, and now I'm here creating on Let's Create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was a little humble, Diego. You're kind of like crushing it. So what about your brand?
We're getting somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah. We're getting places. Slowly branching out and doing things.
Doing things,
and
with all the things
and stuffing and.
Yeah. So, well, if you want to check out what kind of stuff Diego is doing, we do have. We were prepared for this, for Diego to go all humble on us. Diego's awesome, so I'm gonna just brag on you for a bit. But if best place to probably find him is on Instagram, and it's just Yami. That is his handle. He's got a lot of pretty incredible music. Started in lo-fi, right? And now you're moving.
Yeah, now it's
kind of like direction.
Wherever. I don't know. I haven't made anything in a while, or I haven't released anything in a while, so I was hoping to do that soon. Probably get something out there. I got a few things I'm working on.
Well, I know you also do a lot of collabs online too.
Yeah,
and that's something that I'm really impressed by your generation, because you guys just all find each other from across the world, and you're like, hey, I have a beat. Hey, I've got a cool vocals. Hey, I can do a horn lick there. So it's really amazing. Just you guys are already creating.
There's a lot of communities online who are just like, hey, whoever does anything, any form of music, just like come here and find someone who makes beats or vocals or writes, and it's just like it's like a bag of people just
totally. I'm totally
stuff,
Well, actually, I'm gonna put something in the chat, and then I'll put that on screen. As well. And we do invite anybody who's watching to go ahead and engage with us in the live chat. If you're on X, you just have to click the live chat button. I don't know how it works on a lot of other platforms. Facebook, it's usually right there. But if you wanted to check out hitrecord.com, that's something I learned about when I was at an ASCAP Expo back in 2012, I think. It was the day I got to meet Lin-Manuel Miranda, but also I got to meet Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and he was presenting on his hitrecord.com, which he's still doing. And it is a community of creators. Diego, I think I maybe told you about that in project-based learning class, but
possibly, yeah.
There's a lot. I kept throwing links at you because I.
There's a lot. It's a lot of everything.
Yep, a lot of everything. Yeah, so that's just a great resource if you want to find collaborators and you're, not sure where to go on the social media platforms.
Yeah.
There is a platform specifically for that, and you can do it in art, music, choreography, whatever the arts are. Film is huge, and they actually have a syndicated show that they release every few months. All right, so getting into the creativity, here we go. Diego, I knew you were using FL Studio, right?
Yes.
Okay, so can you go ahead and try and share your screen and then see? Let's just
It,
see if
it
the audio
should
works.
be.
Yeah, show and stream.
Yep.
There we go. Look at this, and I am, leaving your QR code up there just for a while too. Actually, no.
Right.
Let me get some real estate back. I'll keep tossing that back up so people can find you. But we want people to be able to see what we're doing.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Brian. I'm sorry you're like off to the side. I don't know
Oh,
how to
good.
fix that. What's up, Brian? Actually, no. Let's do this. We'll put Diego off to the side there.
Oh,
Because
okay.
this is like the Diego show. Wait, sorry, time out. I get too excited. We didn't get a chance to really give Joseph a good introduction. Joseph, can you give why are you here? What is this?
Yeah. What's happening?
It's for school, so I have to like do this.
Yeah, this is work.
No, you get
It's
to
work
do
for
this.
me.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get to do
You're
this.
so well.
Awesome
Yes.
program. Real
Yep.
fun.
Nope.
I love it. Yeah. So Joseph is our DZF intern. He's from Modoc High School. He's a senior. This is part of their senior project, and I'm putting him through the ringer. So,
Yes.
yeah, but you're doing so well. So that's just context for why Joseph's with us. Glad you're here. All right, go ahead, Diego.
Okay.
What is your process? Can you just kind of walk us through how do you start? And this is important for everybody to have a starting point.
Usually what I do is I find like different beats or so, or like I'll have someone that I know make me a beat or something, and I'll end up like putting it into FL, something like, right, like I don't know, just random stuff that I like.
Oh yeah, and we can't hear it.
No audio?
That's sometimes the issue with any app like that.
Okay.
But we have a backup plan. So good thing we did BandLab, right?
Okay.
so
So
I'm gonna
BandLab
open-
is the next one.
Yeah, if you go ahead and just open up a
Yep.
project in BandLab, I still want to keep you in the driver's seat.
Okay.
We'll just go for BandLab.
We can do that too.
And that's, I guess, while you're getting that set up, that's a really good protocol for creativity as well. If the first thing doesn't work, you always have a list of, all right, then what? So BandLab is actually a free service for producing on the web. And Soundtrap is another amazing resource like that. We use Soundtrap for education in a lot of our programming.
I think.
For medley music. Oh wait. Here.
Wait, that might have been it. I might have just had the also share audio
Turned off.
thing off, but it's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
We just go with
Yeah.
BandLab. We're
Yeah,
already
well,
here.
actually, if you were sharing a window, it usually doesn't work. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, BandLab's probably the best way to go. But you should.
All
Just want to throw a loop in there and let's check the audio.
Okay. I don't really have any.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing about BandLab too. If you go in the bottom right, if you have something you can import, great.
Yeah.
But the bottom right, there's a whole bunch of loops.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Editor.
It's really
Effects?
hard to see. Bottom right, other right.
Oh, bottom right.
There.
Other right. The right side
other
is
right.
probably.
The right side,
Probably
stage
the
right.
You're gonna need to
Lyrics
hold
is-
his hands out.
Well, it's backwards for me because Restream is backwards. I always have to
Edits.
I'm pointing to the right now, and I'm going, across my body to the left.
Yeah. Oh, BandLab sounds maybe. That
BandLab
would
sounds.
probably
Yep.
be it.
There you go. So you have packs, and then you
Okay.
also have loops.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's pretty epic. Go over to one more tab to
To the loops.
Yeah,
Right,
and then
okay.
you can filter right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
There you go.
I heard.
Disconnected myself. Sorry. All right.
Okay.
So back to our starting point. So you're saying you just drag something in, right?
Yeah, I usually just like find something I like.
That's very twangy.
Brian disappeared.
Wow,
Now,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah. anything that gives you that reaction, that's great. I love it. Just drag and drop. Yes.
Right. Oh, set. Okay.
Yeah. So the nice thing is, I think FL does this as well, but you can always modulate the tempo. You just have to be careful when you are, say you're in like a session that's at 120 and you put in a track that's like 80 beats per minute. Going faster is fine because it's just like taking out information, but stretching things slower, it's going to have to make up information and it starts like hallucinating. So
Yeah.
you just have to be careful. And there's always BPM information in whatever digital audio workstation you're using. But BandLab, just like, I'll actually link that here. We've got some other things in the chat. Oh, Argentina, yay. Alejandra from Argentina, amazing. So if we go to bandlab.com is for like the general public.
Right.
And then there's edu.bandlab.com. And teachers can actually set that up with a Google Classroom. It's like a Google Classroom or like Clever or whatever your learning management system is, but you can actually segment into classes. All right, so we're just kind of watching Diego's process in real time. All right, so you said you start with just picking something. You go to the cupboard,
just
you start taking out ingredients, right?
Right.
And then you toss them in the pot.
Whoa, that's
all right.
completely
That's
different.
abrupt.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah, I just, like,
let me just ask
figure
you,
it out.
like, what are you thinking now as far as what you chose already? Is it giving you any direction as to like where you want to go with it?
Not really,
Okay, cool.
but sometimes you just gotta go with it.
Yeah.
Whatever you got.
All right, and that's See, here's a technique that I like to do. If I need something generative, then I usually just start listing adjectives. So for me, that is like, oh, here, let me. Oh, Christian's here too. Look at this. What's up, Christian? Yeah, one of the best beginner DAWs. I agree. You guys have actually, you had used the same little mixer in the back room of my classroom, which is cool. And now that mixer is living in Modoc. Lorenzo has it. Oh, yes. Thank you, Christian.
Okay.
Yes. Agreed, Donna. Yep.
Okay. This is what we're gonna do.
All right.
We're just gonna.
So what I see you doing now is you're just kind of arranging in real time, right?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like.
And it's a lot of trial and
messing with
error.
it.
Yeah. So just as you're doing that, I want to kind of go a little meta and explain kind of what you're doing. So there's really two main modes when you're just kind of going to that cupboard and picking out ingredients and throwing in the pot. Eventually, you have to like find a way to come to unity with what you're putting in. You know, like when you're cooking, you don't grab the mayonnaise, grab the powdered sugar, grab the asparagus, grab the anchovies, grab the Caesar salad dressing, and then just put it all in a pot and turn on the heat and stir it and then shake it up and down, throw some popcorn in, and then put it on a sandwich and eat it. Right?
Sometimes you do.
Or unless you do, maybe you're Diego. So what is Donna saying? Being that yesterday was International Chef's Day, we often refer to making music just like cooking. Yes. Donna, I love that you're always on top of like the international day that it is. So we often follow a recipe, and the recipe for music when we're in an environment like this, when we're doing something that's pop, rock, or indie, or country, whatever one of those kind of standard genres, we're going to have the rhythm, right? The beat that we want. We're going to have the bass. The bass is very important grounding harmonic material. We're going to have something that does chords, like a piano or a guitar or a uke or a choir. And then we're going to have the melody. We're going to have the lead vocals and the maybe some harmonies. So you got to be kind of thinking as you're pulling out ingredients. Maybe you don't have a direction, and maybe you just want to be inspired by the ingredients that you're finding, which is exactly what we're seeing Diego do in real time. But maybe you have a goal. So then we start. I find that adjectives are really helpful in describing that goal, because at the end of the day, music is a conversation. It's communication with somebody else that has emotional content. So like here, Diego, what you found already, that loop, I would say it's forward moving. You know, there's an adjective. That's an adjective phrase. It's also in a major key. So there's emotional content there. We sometimes think happy or sad, but there's a lot more to emotions, right?
Yeah.
It's also a bit quick and sprightly. Donna, what are some not emotions, or adjectives maybe that carry emotions? What would you think? You and Joseph, what adjectives would you give to what you heard already so far?
Let's see. What do you got, Joseph? I'm going to think for a second.
I think I have to think for a second as well.
All right. Hey, Diego, can you just play what you have again? Because you're just like working magic in the cupboard.
Yeah. I would say fun, energetic.
Buoyant.
Spirited.
Getting buoyant. What,
Yes.
Joseph?
Spirited.
Spirited. Yes. Spirited, sprightly, buoyant, free. You know, it's kind of like that moment before something's going to happen. We know the beat drop's coming later, right? And that's just off of one loop, right? And whatever you're doing with it, Diego, you're like, this is magic watching. And the rhythm is like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3. Dun, 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 dun. It's kind of jagged. That's a jagged rhythm, right? And that's what gives it that forward motion.
I don't know.
No, wait. What does that mean? What are you thinking?
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
No, that's okay. Like, I'm just curious. What makes you not know? And it can be a simple answer.
It just doesn't. I don't know. I just kind of grabbed two random guitar loops and just try to like force them together, but they're not good. They're not
okay.
good. There.
So then, what do you do?
Keep putting stuff together until it sounds good.
I agree.
90% of what
Smashing it all together.
Yeah,
yeah.
Just like you got to be aggressive with it until it's like then it's okay.
Yeah, that's exactly,
or
exactly the what I was thinking as the most helpful process, because
I don't usually make beats,
and that's okay. So let's actually go from the other side. I'd love to see if we can just in the next like 10 minutes or so
right,
create a chorus, and I can actually teach you a process live that might help, because I agree, like when you're putting music together, when I'm putting music together, that's often the most helpful thing to do is trial and error. It's like you listen to something, that's not working, what if I did this, and then listen again, right? Decision after decision. Yeah. And eventually you got to take things away, which is what you just did. You took stuff away. And that's a technique called poking holes. It's like, well, that wasn't serving whatever idea. So now one of the things that can be helpful is to seek outside inspiration.
Right.
Because there's this process in creating something new where we go, we're inspired by something. So it's inspiration, emulation, creation, right? And it all takes perspiration. We got to work at it. So with the inspiration, we hear something that hooks us and that grabs us, and we're thinking, oh my gosh, I want to know more. And then that emulation, so with that inspiration brings us into imitating it, which moves us into emulating it. And the emulating means that we're giving it a new place. We're giving that idea a new place to reside. How do we interact with it? And then creating. That's where we take that reference out, So I do film stuff when when I'm working with a director, We have a reference track that has the emotional content. So I've got to, as a composer, work with that reference track and kind of distill the emotional piece without keeping the musical piece, because that's somebody else's idea, right? It's somebody else's intellectual property. So we have to make something our own. Same thing in BandLab. We have these loops, we have the tools, we have to make it our own. So Diego, let me just ask you a question. What is the last song that you listened to that was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool, I want to know more?
I don't know. There's a few that I've listened to that are like really good that I like.
Pick one and then just tell me
Okay.
what was it about? What was the lesson, or what was like the
Okay.
point of the story?
Sleepwalking by Chase Elliott.
All right, so think about the chorus. I haven't heard that, but thinking about the chorus,
Right.
what is what's the hook? Like what is it the song saying? What is the chorus saying?
I don't know. It's mainly based off of, I think, like relatability, like things that people can relate to.
All right, I love it. Okay, so we're gonna just make a statement. And so now this, in coaching, I'm kind of prompting Diego to think of what really gripped you, what's something you're interested in. And then sorry, what was the word that you used, Diego?
Relatability.
Relatability. So let's just make a statement. So now the outside source, which is me, is saying the hook of your chorus needs to be, listen to me, I'm relatable.
Listen
Right? So
to me,
that's
I'm relatable.
listen to me, I'm relatable. It's kind of a weird statement, right? Now the
Right.
first step is to put that in your own words. Like, what's the spirit behind that? Or just like, if you say I'm relatable, that's a very strong statement. So how would you say that if you were trying to convince somebody that you're relatable? How would you phrase that?
Try to convince someone that I'm relatable.
Yeah, it's a weird task, isn't it?
Yeah,
That
that's
might not
pretty
work.
weird. That's a pretty weird task.
Yeah, maybe we should
I don't
be.
know how you can convince
we
someone how
should
relatable
write a
you
song
are.
about humility. How about this? I relate to you. Maybe that's the hook. I relate to you.
Okay.
So that's a little more concrete, saying like,
Right.
I relate to you. So
Right.
now if we put that as the nucleus of our song, that's the hook of the chorus. Now we backwards map. So what gets you to say I relate to you? What's an example of how you can relate to somebody?
Like emotionally.
Emotionally. Okay. So when that thing happened, I can relate to you, right? Something like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
what
see
is that
that.
thing? Now think of something that could happen that maybe somebody else could experience, and then you can say, I relate to you.
I don't know.
And that's
a lot
okay.
It's a lot of questions.
I know. But
Yeah.
just then that's why you got try and go with your gut. I'm just I'm trying to just help usher in an idea so
Right.
that that can transfer to your idea. But this is just called generative work. Like if it's like, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just kind of pulling some stuff out. Well,
Yeah.
let's pick something, and either
Okay.
the song is going to be that thing or it's not. But
Right.
either way, we've done some work in creating something. So think of like one specific context where you can say, hey, I relate.
I don't know. The most I could think of is like emotionally relate to you. Like, I understand your problems and I relate to you.
Right. And
Maybe use the word
Go for it,
connect
Dan.
instead of relate.
Connect.
Maybe connect is easier. So how
Yeah,
do
there
I
you
connect?
go.
How do I connect to you? So like, hey, I like sports. Oh, I like sports too. Okay. Well, specifically, I like baseball. I mean, I'm making this up, but I'm saying maybe
that's
using the word connect instead of relate is a little
Right.
bit of a lighter term. It's not
Yeah.
so.
Or like I've been there, or
Right.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is one specific thing you might relate to somebody emotionally about? Like what happened? So now we're talking moment before. What happened
Right.
that makes you say, I get it? It could be like a fight between friends. It could be
Right.
a loss. It could be a
Right.
something
Yeah.
that seems unfair. So what's one example? And try not to think.
Try not to think, but think of something.
Yeah. So that is the paradox, isn't it?
I don't know. We'll go with that fight thing.
The fight. Okay.
Yeah,
So you're
maybe like an argument or something. Someone had an argument with someone else, and they're like,
I love it.
I, what is it? Understand with you.
I understand. I'm with you. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. So I'm with you. Here, I'm gonna write a couple of these things just in the chat. So I'm with you. I know we're kind of running out of time, but I want to take this home. So I'm with you. I get it. Now we can start just working our way backwards. Let's say the line is I'm with you. I get it. I'm going to just put that on the screen. Ooh, and then we've got somebody else. We got Frank saying, state the purpose or point, apply how it affects you personally, the message, the SAP approach. Oh, I love that. So like the state, how you the application, and then personalizing it. I love it. See, I'm learning some things. Thanks, Frank, from Facebook. Let's say we're going with I'm with you, I get it. When we're working our way backwards, I get it. Hopefully it will be easy to rhyme with. I'm gonna look on Rhyme Zone real quick. Right quick. I get it. So this is, we have a phrase that has some emotional content. There's the first one that came up is I get money.
What?
Yeah, I get money. I would love money. It's great. There's a lot of things that are close-ish. There's like decide it. That could be kind of cool. Anything you have there, Diego? Like if you said decide it, I'm with you, I get it. Or it's already decided, I'm with you, I get it. Something like that. What are you thinking? How can you play with this? This is just like wordsmithing.
No need to forget it. I'm with you. I get it. I don't know. Maybe not to get it twice.
Yeah. No. Because the first time is part of a different word. So that's okay.
Right.
And we can break rules as we're taking things out of the cupboard. Did you say don't ever forget it? I'm with you. I get it.
No need to forget it.
Oh, no need. That flows a lot better. See why we depend on the youth. No need to forget it. And then I'm with you. I get it. That's really cool. Let's just take that. And how would we set that to music? Let's, given the track, just go ahead and play that track. And, just, how would you sing it?
I don't know. Probably like need to get it with you. Or like, something like
that was awesome. No need to forget it. I'm with you. I get it. That pattern is beautiful. That was like Goosebump City, Diego. All right. So, I'm just since we're here already, I know all of us have to kind of go in a bit, but we might even have you back for a part 3, Diego.
Sounds good.
Let's do it. Actually, if you're cool with that, I would love to kind of see if we can create a whole song with you, through a series of these. That would be awesome. So if you're down to come back, let's plan on it. Then we can be respectful of everybody's time, kind of keep it short for today. Sorry, Brian. I saw you were like bumping in and out, and then I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I don't know why my internet was dropping. I had to run and grab something real quick, and then it started flailing out.
Yeah, no, it was kind of funny because I would hear like bloop, 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 bloop. Donna, did you catch that too? Like,
yes, I kept hearing the bloops.
Yeah, I'm like, how many people are coming to this meeting? I didn't think somebody shared the link. Goodness. Yeah, Frank. See, you got props from Frank. Like that. Very nice. It's a good hook. Yeah, I agree.
Thanks, Frank.
Thanks, Frank. Gave me
much love, Frank.
Much love.
Dan,
right,
so
well-
then from I was just gonna say real quick from a macro perspective, Diego would then potentially take that as a sample and then release that and then see what kind of traction he gets.
Well, yeah, totally. I mean, he can probably make bank between now and next week when we see you again, Diego. But
see,
yeah.
yes.
So what we just to review the process, and this can work for anybody, is you take an idea, that inspiration that can be you're interpreting it, you are imitating it, and that's like the seed of creativity. Then we start emulating it. We start to really find that place within us where that language or that idea can kind of start getting its own life. And then we create something. We start taking off the training wheels and the scaffolding, and we rid ourselves of everything, like all that inspiration, and it goes in a new direction. And that's, that's the process for, I think, painting, pottery, sculpting, songwriting. We have to eventually take off those training wheels, or it's never truly fully ours. And Diego, that's our challenge. My challenge to you is that you keep running with this, and it'd be so cool to have you come back with a full song, or we can keep working on it here. So
Yeah.
I guess
I already made something to this beat.
that's amazing. So yeah. Of course, he's like already released an EP while you were talking. So,
no, I did a whole song to this one already.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, I am excited for whatever we get to engage with next week. I love doing this little mini series with you, and it's been so great reconnecting. Cool. Yeah. So amazing. We're going to end here and put a bookmark. Anybody else, any closing words before we, I guess, observations. Let's do a real quick round robin observations. Joseph, what did you hear or see or witness or experience?
Like the creative mind of someone who makes music compared to like mine, or when I design pieces, is like so different. Or it's like kind of the same but different at the same time.
I love it. Yeah, you can see parallels across disciplines. That's great. Yeah. Brian, how about you?
I loved when Diego, not to I guess what I'm trying to say was awesome when you were kind of getting stuck, like I don't know what to go next, and Dan kind of made you look at it from a different direction, or sent you down a different path, and you were like, "Oh, I got it now."
Yeah,
that is. Yeah, I love I love that part of the process too, Brian. It's weird to say. I actually told that to somebody I'm helping to do a presentation this weekend. I was like, I like hard questions. Show me the hard questions. All right, so let's just go with Donna. Any last thoughts, and then we'll throw the mic to Diego to close us off.
Sure. Yeah, no, this was really fun. And, I'm all about challenging people to come back, and we can take this and roll with it or toss it away. I mean, like we said, like sometimes when you're cooking, if you put the ingredients in and it's not working out, then you just start over or add different ingredients. And
or put it in the freezer and bake it in 6 months.
Put it in the freezer. That's right. So, yeah, I mean, Diego, you're welcome back anytime. And I think it's kind of fun to watch the process and share that with people so people can kind of see. Anyone could be a laptop producer. It's kind of fun. So I'd welcome you back anytime. And I just wanted to mention before we go today that we do have a pop-up event happening tomorrow. It kind of came up last minute, but you can tune in at the same time tomorrow for an event that we're doing with Lady Rocket Foundation and talking about arts, music, space, and technology. So over to you, Dan.
Awesome. And actually over to Diego. Diego is going to close us off. Any final thoughts, Diego?
Man.
I know, no pressure, but you better be wise. I'm just
no pressure.
Oh yeah, no pressure, but have all the pressure you need.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty fun. I think it was like a good experience for everybody, kind of like learning other people's process and like putting in ideas to continue creating. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's actually it's stuck in my head already, Diego. That's a good sign. Yeah. And actually, I forgot the words, but I have the melody. I had to get the words back up. So wait, those. No need to forget it. I'm with you. I get it. Stuck in my head. Awesome. Well done, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on Let's Create. And I love the direction of this show where we're just making things together. This is like dream come true. So we'll see you tomorrow for the Lady Rocket pop-up event, Wednesday for Wednesday Watch, and Friday for our creative coaches, and probably something Thursday because that's how we roll. So